Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah portion is called Parshas Chayei, Sarah, and the beginning of the parsha is all about the passing of Sarah Imenu, the first matriarch, the wife of Abraham, and her burial. The long paragraph in the Torah about Abraham negotiating with Ephron to buy the burial plot. It's even inferred in the negotiation that Ephron is offering the land for free, and yet Abraham insists on paying the full price. Very interesting. Rashi, the main commentator, says on these words, Kesef Mole, the full price, he brings an interesting point that that David, the first king, King David, when he bought Har Moriah, Mount Moriah, the place where the temple was, he also paid the person who owned it, Aruna, full price. Now, what's the connection here? The fact is that David had conquered the land of Israel. By rule of war, the land, the Har Moriah, Mount Moriah, was his, belonged to the Jewish people. Why did he have to pay Aruna full price for that property? And it explains he didn't want Aruna, a not-Jewish person, to have any piece at all in the holy altar, the place where the Jewish people would be serving God. Now we know why Rashi brought that. It was the same thing with Abraham. Abraham also was not interested in taking the property free. He wanted he didn't want any part of Ephron at all to have any connection with that property, not even a discount, not even for free. He wanted it to pay full price. You have a story about the great Kaddish of Tsfat, Rabbi Luria, that once he was offered a certain artifact to do a mitzvah with, and he took whatever price the seller made. He paid full price. What is this about paying full price? Okay. With the Arizal, he wanted to do the mitzvah on the highest level. He didn't want to negotiate to cheapen God's mitzvah. But with Abraham, it's something else completely. He didn't want any negative energy involved in the place where his wife was going to be buried. This was the burial place not only of his wife Sarah, but also of Adam and Eve. It was the gateway to heaven. Just like David didn't want any not-Jewish energy in the Temple Mount, the place where we were going to serve God, Abraham also didn't want any negative energy in his wife's burial place, the gateway to heaven. When you do a commandment, you do it with all of your strength and push away all the negative energies. Shabbat Shalom.